All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. All right, rule well, teach well, being great example to us younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations, hopeful elect out there pushing His word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. All right, and what I want to get into today, is a lesson, dealing with what are we doing daily. What are we doing daily? Because, as we have desires, for salvation, desires for rulership, sisters have desire, to be joined, to a man of the Lord. Well, the question is, what are we doing daily to make these things a reality? Okay? Because it's one thing to have wants, and desires, but then what things are we doing daily to make those wants and those desires become reality, man? And Yahweh Bashem Al Shai has given us all the resources we need, to get to where we want to be in the spirit, to get to the things that we desire and that we hope for. We have the things that we need, okay, to accomplish it, man, because we're going to get to the kingdom through action, we're going to get to the kingdom by enduring, okay? And one thing about it is something that the thing that we want, okay, the thing that we want out of this truth, okay, we should be doing something daily towards that to achieve it, okay? And I want to go here because Yahweh Shai, matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Hebrews. So let's go to Hebrews 12 and 1. Let's start at 1. It says, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Now, it says, let us lay aside every weight, and what is a weight? Is a hindrance, okay? And one thing about this ministry, all right, we have to be willing to cut certain things loose, even certain people loose. That's a hindrance. Certain jobs loose, man. Certain things we have to be willing to cut loose because it's a weight, okay? Because this is a race, this, and in the race it takes action, okay? And we have to understand we need to be able to move towards salvation, all right, with less hindrance as possible. Okay, now it's always going to be a resistance, okay? But we don't want to carry on unnecessary resistance as we run this race. So one of the things that we have to do, is to continually to cut unnecessary things off that can be a hindrance, man. And it's a daily examine. We have to examine our setup daily. We have to examine our situation daily and see, okay, is this needed? Could this be cut off? Could I cut back on this? Could I trim the time that I spend on this? Could I, because why? We're daily making adjustments to get to the kingdom, and a lot of times things can get overwhelming within our situations is when we neglect, okay, to make daily adjustments, to make daily assessments, okay? And it's, because if we want something, we need to be doing something daily to get it, seeing how can we be more efficient, all right? Seeing how we can be more productive, okay? Seeing how we can be, all right, more of a brother. See how we can be more disciplined, okay? A leader of a house, okay? Seeing all these things that we're tasked with, all right? We have to constantly, daily, see what we can do to make improvements, okay? Now, I want to go here. This is Hebrews 12:2. It said, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith. Now, Arthur goes into being a pioneer. You know, Yahushua, all right, he was a walking example of an Israelite man that was doing something daily, all right, to get to where he wanted to accomplish what he wanted to accomplish, man. All right, and we're going to get there. And it says, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. And is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. Okay? Because Yahushua, what did he want? He wanted to get back to that glory. What did it say in Saint John? All right? So he did what he had to do to get back to that glory. Okay? Now this is St. John 17:5, and this is Yahushua praying to the Father. It says, I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thy own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. So in Hebrews 12:2, all right, we see that what? He's on that right hand again. He made it back to that glory where he was at. Okay? But what did he have to do? He had to daily, okay, work towards getting back to that glory. All right? Just as we have to daily work towards getting back to that glory. All right? Because you go into it, when you get, what was Yahushua doing? This is Matthew 9:35. It says, and Yahushua went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, the good news of the kingdom. So Yahushua was pushing the idea of the kingdom. Okay? Israel being back in power. All right? So he was daily working towards that. He was daily making it his agenda to push the kingdom. Okay? If we want the kingdom, then, because what was Yahushua doing? He was planting the seeds, okay, that would sprout, okay, into what? He's planting seeds into disciples, and it sprouted to apostles. And then those apostles start teaching men, and those men become teachers. Now you had a nation of teachers, okay, a nation of leaders, all right, the Israelite men being groomed, just like in this time, okay? And what Yahushua did, lay the groundwork for what we're doing now. All right? Yahushua had a vision in mind. And he worked towards that vision daily. And that was Israel getting back to glory. All right? He wanted to get back to the glory on the right-hand side. And he wanted us as a nation to get back to a glory in the earth. Okay? Matter of fact, let's prove it. And it says, let me finish this. It says, and Yahushua went about all the cities and villages, teaching in the synagogue and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, okay, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. All right. Now I want to get this one, Matthew 26:55. It says, in the same hour said Yahushua to the multitude, are you come out against me, all right, as against a thief with swords and staves for to take me? I said daily with you teaching in the temple, and ye laid no hold on me. So he let us know then that he was teaching daily in the temple. And what was he teaching? The kingdom, you know, because that's what he wanted. Okay, that was his desire. So he was doing something daily, all right, to achieve a desire. Okay, just as we do things daily to achieve a desire. You know, we want to be joint heirs. We have to do things daily to become joint heirs. And it's, you know, praying, fasting, you know, reading, teaching, okay, cutting things off, more discipline, you know, because it's beyond teaching, because there's a lot of things that we have to do off camera that we can do daily that puts us in a better position to be what? Joint heirs with Yahushua, you know, as a woman, as a sister that believes, you know, in sincerity. Hey, there's things that you could be doing daily to put yourself in that position, okay, of being acceptable, man. Okay? So whatever it is that we want, we have to figure out, okay, what do we want out of this, man? You know, because a lot of guys, as you can see, especially with, you know, these other camps, they're here to be cute, they're here to be seen, they're here to get clout, you know, they're here to get the, you know, the praises of men. So they do the things. That's why they're full of gimmicks and dropping mixtapes and reality shows and all. You know, they doing these things because they're trying to achieve what they want, which is this worldly clout. Okay, but as we want, all right, something above. Remember, our affections on things above, as it says in Colossians, not on things of the earth, not of things of this current society, but the things above, man, which is the rulership to come. Okay, so we do things daily to get towards that. Okay, so let's get this, you know, because the Lord pushes persistence in the scriptures, you know, and I end it here because I ain't gonna make it super long. Just want to touch on that point. This is the book of Isaiah 62 and 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So this is a commandment, like the Lord is like, if you teaching me, you know, keep not silence. Like, hey, we gotta be active. Okay? The Lord commands us to be active, man. Every brother according to their portion, man. You know, like I always say, in the spirit, it's all about each brother maximizing their portion, man. Not trying to mimic, you know, or try to fulfill what another brother does, but just maximizing our portion within the spirit, man. Being active. The Lord said, if you talking about me, keep not silence. That means if we got the spirit to understand this word, hey, the Lord wants us to be active. He wants us to be in this thing toiling and, you know, and daily, you know, making, you know, sacrifices and different adjustments, all right, to get to what we want, man. You know, and the Lord is going to put this, the Lord is putting the spirit on us to do that, man, because the elect, the Lord going to put the spirit on them to do what's required, man. You know, but it's good to understand, you know, how the Lord, you know, what the Lord wants, man. You know, our scriptures say, be of good cheer, O Israel, because the things that are made pleasing unto the Lord are made known unto you. All right, that's Baruch 4 and 5. Okay, it said, verse 7, it says, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So the Lord is saying, give him no rest. Okay, till Jerusalem made a praise in the earth, and that's what we want. Even for 2/3 of our people, it's best if the Lord, you know, the Lord go ahead and just, all right, delete them now, so he can come back and become part of this Israelite dynasty that's gonna be established in the earth, man. You know, and whatever we want, we should be doing something daily to get to that thing, man. You know, to get to their want, their desire. All right, that's a part of these promises, man. Okay, and everybody according to their own ability, man. You know, so Lord will, you brothers, and you few sisters edified. Till next time I say shalom, call me out, shalom, a Bible, detail soon, shalom.